Hey gang, Tiger Bill here, and this time we're back with four-way coordination. But we're going to use a very well-known drum book, Stick Control by George Lawrence Stone, which was really meant to be played just with two hands, and we're going to adopt it to four-way coordination. This is something that was first shown to me by one of my former drum instructors, Joe Morello. We're going to take Stick Control, pages 5, 6, and 7, all those exercises, and we're going to play them as four-way coordination. For this exercise in this lesson, I'm going to just take the first 8 exercises on page 5. If you have the book Stick Control, and if you're a drummer, you really should have the book Stick Control, you can apply the rest of these patterns to those first 3 pages yourself. So we're going to take the first exercise in Stick Control, which is single strokes, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now play it as if you were reading the book Stick Control, legit, just would sound like this. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the left hand and we're going to play the eighth notes, the eighth note patterns in Stick Control with the left hand, but we're going to do a left hand ostinato. And that simply means a rhythmic pattern that's repeated over and over again. My first ostinato that I want you to play is this. It's an accent on 2 and an accent on 4. Of course, you're going to follow the written eighth note patterns in Stick Control, but to throw another wrench in the works here, we're going to play Stick Control in a jazz style, what we call jazz interpretation. Now, jazz interpretation is taking the straight eighth notes and playing them as if they were eighth note triplets, except you're only going to play the first and the third note of each of those eighth note triplets with a rest. So this straight eighth notes, which sound like this, become this. Okay? That's the left hand. The left hand ostinato that I wrote, the first one, is this. Accent on 2 and 4. Now, the right hand, at the same time, the right hand is going to play the written sticking in Stick Control for the right hand. It's going to play it on the floor tom. So you have this for that first exercise. If we put these two together, we have this. Good so far? Okay. Hang in there. It gets a little harder. The left written sticking is going to be played with the bass drum. So if we put all those together, that'll sound like this. Now we have the final piece. We're going to add four-way coordination. So the hi-hat will be on the beats of 2 and the beats of 4. So altogether, that first exercise should sound like this. Now, a side note, Stick Control was originally written in cut time, but Joe didn't like that. Joe always had us play it as if it was written in 4/4 time. And that's the way I want you to do it as well, simply because it's much easier to count these patterns when you're in 4/4 time. Let's check out the whole drill. Okay, now my second variation of Stick Control is exactly the same, except for the ostinato. The ostinato pattern will change to this. Let's check it out in four-way. And for my third variation, I change the ostinato pattern around again. This time, I make it a two-bar phrase, like this. And here's an example using the ostinato from variation 3, played up to speed. Now I'm going to demonstrate playing the ostinato variation 1 on the right side using the right hand. Now, you may have noticed when I played that I had some accents going on the other side, on the left hand. After you practice these exercises as written, I would like you to do that. Add some accents of your own. Not on the ostinato side. The ostinato has to stay straight because that's the hard part, playing that pattern over and over again. But you should accent against it on the other side as well. Okay, I think you have enough variations to keep you busy for a while, but practice up, because next time what we're going to do is we're going to take this four-way coordination deal to a whole new level. Until then, have fun and stay loose.